Welcome to my channel. Welcome here. My name is Modupe. I am a poultry YouTuber based in Nigeria. Today I am talking about how new layers poultry farmer can market their produce, their eggs, and ensure that they have very good customers to buy from them. I'm just going to be talking about things I did myself when I started off selling eggs from my farm and things that worked for me. I'm just going to give you, okay, I think I'm also going to talk about a personal experience I had with a customer, and I'm sure you're probably going to learn from that also. So let's get into today's video, and I hope you learned something at the end of today. What do I do and how am I able to sell? I'll probably use an instance of when I started selling my eggs like 2 years ago. So what I did as a new farmer, how I started selling my eggs was that I drove around, or you can also just walk around, and as soon as I see any shop, that any store, probably they have a banner or like an advert that, oh, this is like an egg depot. I walk there, I approach them, and of course a whole lot of them have very funny attitude, because they're probably big buyers, and you just walk up to them and they're looking at you like, what do you want? How much is your egg? So yeah, you just have to be, well, you're the one that wants to sell to them, so you just have to be cool. So I would approach these people. Okay, good morning, ma. Good afternoon, ma. I am a farmer. My farm is at so place. I'd like to have you as my customer. And they'll probably let me tell you what they did to me at first when I approached these women. So whenever I approach them, then that's like 2 years now, they'll just ask me, okay, how much is your egg? I'll tell them, what is the size? Can I see it? Sometimes, of course, most of the time I'll probably have the eggs in the car, so I'll show them the egg, and they just hold the egg like this, like they just hold it in such a funny way. How much will you sell it for me? So you probably just give them a price, and they'll tell you that, okay, when you are coming next time, you can just come with 20 crates for me. And of course, you're probably looking at the store that this person sells about 200 crates, 300 crates. Well, they do that a lot. They'll tell you to bring a small number so that they will sell. They'll keep your eggs somewhere. They will not mix it with their other eggs. They'll keep it somewhere. And they'll watch how fast they are able to sell it. I don't know how to describe that thing, but trust me, a whole lot of them do it. They'll keep the egg once aside and just ask, see how far. They will now decide that, oh, is this person's hand? I don't know how. I'm a Yoruba person. I'm a Yoruba person from Nigeria, so this happened a whole lot of time. I don't know what it is called in other places, but they'll put your produce somewhere. They'll sell the other things they have, sell yours also, and see how fast they are able to sell yours. So if they're able to sell it well and they're able to make some tangible profit, they probably will call you back next time and say, okay, bring 50 crates. And if they're not able to sell it quickly, they'll probably feel that, this person's hand and my hand cannot work together. And they'll tell you another time that, oh, don't bring egg for me. So maybe when you take another 50 to them and they're also able to sell it quickly, another time they'll just give you one crazy number, bring 200 crates. So yeah, this is what new farmers may experience when you go to meet these people. And also, of course, when you meet them at first, they probably will just buy your produce from you and give you your money most of the time. Then other times, subsequently, they'll start owing you, maybe give you your money after like 3 days, after like 2 days, but it's part of the business. You really can't get so angry. And of course, you have to always have the option of credit facility just for a few days after they buy your produce from you, for people you already know, of course, not for random people. So yeah, this is just advice for new farmers who want to start selling eggs, what you probably might experience. Then another thing you should also have in mind as a new farmer who wants to start selling their eggs to wholesalers is that you should talk to so many people, because you don't know which one of them might actually come true for you. Just talk to so many people. And also, don't be tempted to sell to retailers, because they can only buy a few numbers from you. They can't buy so much, and that's just it. They can only buy a limited number from you. So just try as much as possible to look out for major buyers who would buy so many crates off you than to retailers. Retailers will probably buy 5 crates, 10 crates. You really can't do much with that. But then when you're able to find big sellers, you can just have maybe 3 or 4, well, depending on the capacity of your farm, and you sell off in a short while and quickly also. So another thing is that they can also use the internet. So try and have maybe your Instagram, Facebook, talk about your produce, add your location with time. And you have to start doing this quickly, like let's say as soon as you get your birds from point of lay, or as soon as you start brooding, start talking about your produce, start talking about your farm. With time you'll probably gather traction, and people will start noticing you and probably reaching out to you. Okay, where is your farm? Okay, oh, you are in this location. Okay, I'd like to buy this, I'd like to buy that. So do not joke with social media. New farmers, do not joke with social media. That's another thing. Also, what else when you're trying to market your produce, just try and don't put yourself in one space. No, don't think that okay, my customers should only come from certain areas. No, don't do that. You're just going to be shortchanging yourself if you do that. Try and just like I said, like I did, everywhere I was going to, if I see egg depot somewhere, I just park my car and talk to them. And okay, let me just give this story, something that happened to me when I started selling eggs. So you can just see that you can actually get your customers in several ways. So that day I came to the farm, we just started producing eggs. Maybe we were doing like 5 crates a day at that time, our chicken style laying. So I went to one woman, then she bought like 2 crates from me, and I think another week she bought another 5 crates or so from me. So I was coming on that road one day, then I stopped there and I saw the woman, and she bought maybe another 4 crates or so, but I still had about maybe 20 crates in the car. And I was just wondering that, oh God, how am I going to sell this egg? And I'm going to the farm tomorrow, and as much as possible I don't like going to the farm with eggs from the previous time I was at the farm. So I was still driving on that road. Then I saw a store. They sell egg in that store. So I parked my car and tried talking to, it was a little girl there. So I asked, okay, where is your mommy? She said, oh, her mom was not around, that but I can copy the phone number of the mom. So I copied the phone number and I was leaving, and I'd even driven like maybe about 200 meters. And I thought, because my intention was that I was going to call the woman when I get home. So I just thought, okay, let me call this woman now. I called her, and she said, oh, she wasn't far away, that I could just turn and let her see the eggs. So I just made a U-turn, went back to her store. By the time I got there, she was already there. So she checked the eggs. And the funny thing was that she had no eggs in her store at that time, but I saw heaps of crates. So I know that she's probably a major buyer. So while talking with me in the car, I told her how much I was going to sell the egg for. While talking with her there, still there with her, people were coming, I need egg. And there were probably people she had told that, oh, she didn't have egg previously. Oh, I need egg. Oh, how much is this? How much is it? How much is the egg? And while there, this woman was selling my egg in my presence with 300 naira difference. But anyway, so she said, okay, she was going to take all the eggs, maybe like 20 something crates. Then she asked that, oh, can she be getting eggs more often from me? I said, oh, why not? Oh, can she? Then she asked if she could get eggs tomorrow. Oh, yes, you can get eggs tomorrow. This woman doesn't know me. She's never seen me before. So she said, okay, what should she do? So she gave me her crates, and she gave me money that I should bring the eggs tomorrow. At first, I'm like, you don't even know me. You're giving me your money. You're giving me. She said, I should not worry, that I should just bring the egg by so time, maybe around 11 a.m. the next day. Then I got home and I was so shocked. But the next day, she called me, and I said, oh, that I don't intend coming to her until around 2 p.m. She said that I should please come earlier. I did everything I could, and just to get to her earlier, because it wasn't even convenient. But then I looked at it, that somebody who doesn't even know me, she gave me her crates, she gave me money. Of course, not the whole amount for the eggs, but It covered a great deal. Maybe she paid like 70% of the total cost. So I got there. Then she told me that that when I left, she was telling some people that, oh, that woman brought egg for me and I gave her money and she's going to bring the egg the next day. And people were like, somebody you don't know, you gave her your money and all that. So that was why she kept calling me the next day. So that I don't run away with her money. It's actually such a funny thing thinking about it now. And she's, of course, right now, this is like 2 years after. She's actually one of my very consistent customers. I say consistent because I can't say loyal customers. Your customers are not loyal to you. No, they're only loyal to their posts. But she's a consistent buyer. So that's just about it. And this is just to encourage new farmers who are just starting off as a layers poultry farmer, who are just starting off selling off their eggs. Don't worry, just give it time and make sure that you don't keep your mouth shut. You're always talking about your business, what you sell to people, so that people know what you're selling at all time, and people can always say, oh, this person is selling egg, oh, this person is selling egg, and before you know it, you're sold out at every time. Yes, so that's about it for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you've learned something. And of course, you can also apply this to anything you're doing, anything you're selling. Make sure that you talk about your produce, make sure you talk about your products, and make sure you talk about yourself, market yourself at every time. And you don't know who's just gonna hear what you're saying and recommend you to a big client. So that's about it. Thank you for watching, and again, don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, and tell me your own experience also. Bye bye. So we'll see on another video.